You ready?
I'm ready.
You were born ready. Okay. Well, good afternoon and welcome again to another episode of Lessons from Leaders. My guest today is Ash. Do you go by Ash or?
Yes, you can call me Ash.
Excellent. My guest today is Ash, who to me, I just met pretty recently, and he embodies all the qualities of someone who networks. In fact, I actually call him the network ninja now because he does it very well. So I'm going to introduce Ash, and then we'll just talk a little bit about what networking means to him and what he's been able to do since we met. How long ago was it we met now?
I think it's been 3 months.
3 months. Okay. So in 3 months. So Ash, welcome. Can you start out by telling us how long you've been in Nova Scotia and Canada as a whole?
Okay. A little background of myself. I'll give you a little introduction. I came to Canada in 2019. Came here for my master's. I also had a bachelor's in business administration back home. I did my master's in Cape Breton University. I did my master's in supply chain and management. And after that, I just decided to travel for some time. I was traveling in Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver. And then I decided I found Halifax on the map, and I just said like, yeah, that's the dot where I'm gonna be. And I was just exploring for opportunities, and it seemed like Halifax is one of the fastest growing cities in Canada. So that's why I picked up Halifax there.
Excellent. So I know you had mentioned something when we spoke earlier on that you didn't go to school for sales, but you picked up sales. Can you just talk a little bit about that before we dive into networking?
Yes, 100%. So I started off in sales with zero sales skills. I had basically no sales skills at all. I've never worked a day in my life. I finished my bachelor's, straight away started my master's within the next 2 months. And as soon as I finished my master's, I'm on the job board looking out for jobs, right? Like any other graduate would do.
Right.
And I applied for multiple jobs with supply chain. Was not finding the best luck of it. And I came across this opportunity working with Bell Alliance. So I got a call all of a sudden, and they wanted me to interview them. They wanted to interview me. So I went inside the interview. It was OSL Direct Services. It's a third-party company that works for Bell that does the sales and marketing. I got hired. I was very excited. I'm always a person that's willing to learn and being comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Right.
And I didn't even know like this was sales or marketing or door to door. Like I had no idea. And the first day I went with my team manager, he himself took us out for a coffee, and we went straight to the field. And he started knocking on doors, asking for services for internet, home services. At first, I thought this is absurd. Like this is crazy. Like this is not what I took my master's for. But he taught me a lot. Like he was a great mentor. He taught me a lot about door-to-door marketing, sales, interpersonal skills, persuasion, a lot of insight into like talking to people is the biggest skill you can have.
Right.
And yeah, I've got a great experience doing this. Met a lot of people from different cultures, languages. It's a very interesting field to be in. And
Right.
then the next job I got was with Canadian Tire Financial Services.
Which is where I met you.
So yes, which is where we met. And so I had basic sales training now. I have basic sales experience. I knew like I can sell like whatever the product is. I know I have the skills and ability to do so. Even though I didn't have any skill, I just put myself out there. I told my manager to put me out with the high performers, like the highest performers. And I went there, I shadowed them for days and learned how much of I can. Like I consider myself as a sponge. So if you go dip yourself into water, you grab a bunch of it. So that's how I consider myself. I just want to grab information. And I did the best I can, and I got success in my field there. Um, that's where I met Emo.
Right. So let's just talk about that.
Emo,
I remember I was in Canadian Tire that day. I went to buy paint because I had a contractor working on one of my properties. And I was
that's
dressed
right.
in my ripped up jeans. I had a long sleeve shirt that had paint all over it. I looked pretty scruffy. So tell them how we met and why you talked to me and how we formed our network or how we built our network.
So the first thing I do, even though I'm dressed in a dapper suit, I treat everyone with the same level of respect. It doesn't matter whatever they're doing in whatever matters of life. I don't judge anyone with what they wear or how they look. Uh, my I think that's one of my greatest assets. Like I see everyone as one, and I just speak to them. I have the persona to go just speak to them. Like I have no fear or I don't hide behind the wall. I would just go and say hi to them. It doesn't matter what they have. I say hi to them, and like that's how I said hi to you. I said, "Hey, man, really quick question." And you had this energy, like you were just finding things, and like you felt like you were on a purpose, like you were going to do something there. And then that's how we had a genuine conversation. That's how you told me like this is what you do. You were into real estate, and also you were creating podcasts and YouTube series. uh yeah, that's how we sparked a conversation there. I didn't even try to sell you the mastercard. The conversation turned to a different way,
Right.
but I think uh you've been helping a lot with the current interview that I just received, and you also showed me that networking is the best way to move forward in life.
Yeah, so let me paint a little bit more on that picture. So we met at the store, and after talking, I had to leave, and I said, Ash, I am doing a talk. I'm doing a session at the university, and I invited you as my guest, right?
Yes.
And I think at this point in time, we probably had connected on LinkedIn or YouTube or something. So I invited you as my guest, and then went away, and you know, a couple of days later, the event happened, and lo and behold, you finished your shift and you showed up. You showed up all
That's right.
dressed up to the event. And I said to myself at that point in time, this is someone who does what he says he would do, right? So you had talked to me in the store, you had networked, and you also showed up to an event even after a day of work, a long day of work. And for those reasons, I said, you know what, I'm going to do all I can to connect you to the people I know. And look, I know a whole lot of people in Nova Scotia. I actually could almost say I know more than 10 times as many people as the regular Nova Scotian. And these are people who I talk to on a regular basis. So what I did was, of course, I linked you up to some of the people who I know. And I believe you were able to get a first interview with one of the companies.
Yes.
And actually, today you got another interview, which looks like you're almost going to start with them, which is
Yes.
pretty amazing. And all of this from just a casual conversation in the store. You could have just stopped, right, and carried on when I wasn't going to get the card because I already had one. But you made conversation. You remembered we're all humans and we're the same. And because of that,
Yes.
well, you were able to tap into my network, and now you're looking at a new, I think it's a management position or training position or
Yes.
something.
Management development program. Yes.
There you go. So it is your determination and your grit that made me say and decide I was going to bat for you. I was going to do all I could to help you get ahead, just like somebody did for me to help me get ahead. Actually, my last podcast was my former manager who did the same thing for me. And this is me just paying it forward, right? Somebody helped me, and I'm
Yes.
helping you get ahead also. And I'm glad that it worked out very well. And all of this happened in less than 3 months, right? From when we first met.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. So, what motivates you, Ash, to keep on going? What gets you going? You know?
What gets me going is uh that's a really deep question.
Yes, I
What
know.
gets me going is probably uh to succeed and, and to spread kindness and love uh, to our planet.
Right.
So uh, the way you can do that, the best way you can do that is set an example, being an example yourself and showing others how it can be done.
Right. Excellent. Now, so anyway, I'm hoping, and I know, knowing your character anyway, I'm sure you're going to do the same thing. The same way I helped you, I hope that, 5, 10 years from now, when you're established, you'll do the same for many other people, right? I think that's how, in the end, we all win. We all
Yes,
move up a level, and then you pull people along to take you up. So,
that's right.
what advice will you have for any newcomer? Now, you're from India, right? Are you from India?
That's right.
Right.
Yes.
So you have a couple of friends who come in here and are trying to find their way. What kind of advice will you give them from a networking point of view so that they can at least benefit from networking as you have? Apart from saying, go talk to Emo. I will talk to them, right?
Yes, apart from talking to you, I would say trying to find what their passion is, trying to find what they can be really good at. And for example, myself, I didn't know I was going to be good at sales. I have no background in sales, but putting yourself in uncomfortable situations and even trying it out and finding out like if this is your poison. And as a newcomer, you have great opportunity to do so. Um, you can find out different opportunities uh, just by applying online and talking to people
Right,
uh, wh- and talking to the right people. I would say like when you apply for for example, a job, trying to find someone on the inside who can give you recommendation
right,
because that goes a huge way. Just in my example, if I had applied for the same position without knowing you, I don't even think they would just even open my resume. But you had your strong contact up in the high ranks, like a vice president or a president, which helped me even to like give me the first opportunity of getting an interview with them, in-person interview with them. So it's always in points of networking, I would say to get an insight reach on someone there who's already doing so and networking with them.
that's good. Well, I know one of the things I'm doing just to try to show people how it's done, because again, I was an immigrant. I'm still an immigrant who came here, and I remember those first days. I tried to put a lot of it on my YouTube channel, and one of the reasons I doubled down in the last 6 months and decided to take this YouTube thing very seriously was to be able to pass on information so people don't have to go through the same hoops that I went through, or the same hoops that you went through, so that their path could be smoother and a little easier. We still all have to work to get things done. Don't get me wrong, but it's just sometimes there's an easier way, and I think my job is to
That's right.
show that easier way. Now, so yes, to those listening, if you haven't subscribed, that might be a good reason to subscribe. It's all about sharing information to help you get ahead, right? So, Ash, I am super proud of you. You are the networking ninja. I'm glad you stopped me at Canadian Tire the other day just to chat. And I'm glad that, 2.5, 3 months later, you're landing a management job, which taps into your skill and your knowledge and your newly acquired sales love that you just found out, right?
I'm greatly humbled to even have crossed paths of crossing your path, and I think you're a great person to be even helping someone who is not gonna even bring anything to you, but you just decided to help me, and I appreciate that a lot, Emo.
Yes. Well, you know what? You did bring a lot. You brought your enthusiasm, and you brought the fact, your determination, and just your willingness to do what it takes to get stuff done. And you showed up. That's a big thing for
Yeah.
me. You said you were going to do something, and you did it, right? So I think
Yes.
that's a big thing. You're a man of your words, and I had to help you. And plus, hey, look, it makes me very happy. And isn't that what we want in the end? To be happy. It makes me happy to help people get ahead, and it makes me super happy to say, here's a guy who doesn't know me from nobody. We just met in the store, and I was able to land him a management position in less than 3 months. Right. So welcome to Canada,
Yes.
and I wish you all the best in everything you do. And you know that I'm always in your corner. And I'm glad we keep in touch. I learn things from you, you learn things from me. That's how we all That's how we all do this live thing better,
Grow.
right? And
That's right.
when I start doing my Lamborghini celebration with my YouTube channel, well, you're gonna have to come with me. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Thank you very much. So you take care of yourself, and thank you very much for coming on to episode number 2 of Lessons from Leaders. To me, you are a leader, a networking ninja, and a leader. So keep on doing what you do, and I wish you continued success. You take care and keep in touch.
Thank you so much. Hope to talk to you soon.
Sounds
We'll
good.
stay in touch.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye-bye.